Hey, what's up, guys? This is Big Russ, and today we are working on old Chameleon. Last video, I told you guys I took a massive fall and broke the panhard mount. Yeah, you're supposed to see through those holes and not through that one. So I jumped on Amazon because my local hobby shop did not have just the mount. They didn't even have the Traxxas kit. Okay. The Traxxas kit is like $5 for just stock plastics. This is a Hop Ups RC kit. And it came with all 4 link mounts and the panhard mount, as well as a baggie of hardware. All for $20. Okay. They are brass. Damn. I forgot how heavy this truck is now. It's even heavier when things aren't working right. It's one of those upgrades that you shouldn't have to do unless you get stupid like I did. I'm not gonna say that it's not a good idea when you're building one of these TRX4s, especially the kit, to just go ahead and buy them. Because, like I said, it's $20. It's cheap. Right? And it literally just goes in place of the stock part. Oh. If you guys have not gone to Harbor Freight and bought one of their small bowls or one of their larger bowls, this was only $2. You're missing out. You're really doing yourself a disservice. I know pit mats become magnetized, but sometimes you just don't need a pit mat. And all of these are simple. You're going to take your wheel off. You're going to pop out. For this one, it's 3 screws. Or 4 screws total. One for your panhard, one for your shock and link. And then the 2 that connect it to your actual axle. And it's all 5/64 hardware. I know you can't see that, but it's super easy. And then I think the hardest part is actually the panhard. And this is why you don't throw away these. It's so you know how it's supposed to go. It goes through the front, like I thought. Especially if it's been a minute since you've taken this thing apart. I was hoping the mail had already run because I have a chassis in the mail. I'm excited for. Very excited for. You done playing in there? We have the litter box set up in here because it's about the only room in the house we have room for one. Oh, son of a bitch. All right. That screw's too short. Damn, girl. Whew. I gotta smell that for the next minute. All right. There we go. Easy peasy. I'm going to reuse my hardware. Man. Let me pop this other front wheel off so you guys can get an idea of how this looks. I think it's actually pretty quiet. All right. It looks like it came off so easy. Oh, man. I do not know why this was so tight. So, you can see we got that nice little machined edge on this shock mount, panhard mount, link mount, bracketry. On the other side, just plain plastic. And when I say this is one of those like stupid simple upgrades you can do, I mean it. You literally are just taking out a couple screws. The worst one is going to be the panhard, but everything else is super easy. Yeah. Lift your link up. Come on. Set that up. And as long as you have good drive shafts on your truck, you shouldn't have an issue with the drive shaft popping out while you do this. Now, that being said, if you're building your truck, go ahead and do this step. A little brass never goes. A little brass goes a long way. Too much brass will fuck you. Okay, all these guys going heavier, 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 heavier. No. When you go heavier, you start running into issues. And at that point, you know, what it's just too much. If you guys have noticed, I try to keep the weight to a minimum on my trucks. And I try to keep it as far forward, or like in the case of Synthwave, on the corners as best as possible. Yeah, look how sharp that is. That thing just looks good. Oh, come on. Yeah, these are possibly going to be one of my favorite upgrades I've done to this truck. Aside from my portal covers on the front. I bought a set of 4. I've only used 2. Come on. Snug up. I guess that's about as snug as it's gonna get. Okay. There's no directions on which one goes where. As long as you have the little milled edge going out, I think you're good. We'll find out in a minute. Oh, you bitch. There we go. Ah. You asshole. I do want to find some new links for this truck. Definitely something in the maybe not high clearance, possibly one piece, like I run on Synthwave. I like that style. There's less to go wrong. So if you have seen some one piece TRX 4, not 4M, not 4MTs, not 4M high trails, just TRX 4, you know, the big boy, that are a one piece, let me know. I want some. They tend to be heavier. They tend to not flex as much on the small stuff. I had the link in. It was ready to go. The ding is the bolt falling into the bowl. Oh, come on. Line up. Line up. There we go. Problem is when I line it up, it drops right out. This video is going to be unnecessarily long. You guys know how to do this shit. But it's a cheap upgrade. I like it. I think it looks good. Definitely need to get some new diff covers. I'm not going to run skid plates because those are basically a waste of money for what I use this truck for. You trail guys, I would say spend them. You know, this is not a trail truck, or I don't use it as a trail truck. So, I don't see the need. But I definitely need. Ooh. That has definitely added a little bit more weight to the front. Not a lot, but it's noticeable. So, as you can see, that nice little splashy splash of brass. And it's the same on this side. Super easy upgrade. I'm going to do all the rest of them off camera just because nobody wants to see me sit here and fight with it. You guys remember when I painted this last year, about this time, it was Harvest Gold. It was originally gray with the factory graphics. Then I painted it Harvest Gold. I put like red in here. Never ran the truck. Now it's black and pearl magenta. I don't know if I'm gonna run. I don't know which grill I'm gonna run. If I'm gonna run the sport grill or if I'm gonna run the Toyota grill. But I have a chassis on the way. I can't wait to show you guys and talk to you guys about that. I will catch you guys in the next video. Big Russ, this is Suburban RC. I love you guys.